You know you're approaching 40 when the highlight of your life and what genuinely brings you joy and excitement is buying a new iron. But then I read this thing on the internet that says you're supposed to mix water with, I don't know if it was vinegar or something. I don't know. I mixed this mixture together and put it through the iron. And it completely like ruined the iron, and it hasn't been the same since. It was like $79. This is definitely not as heavy as my last iron, which can be a red flag because ceramic Soleplate and lots of little steam holes. So we'll see if that helps our life. We'll be right back. As you can see, I don't know, over time, I don't think our water's that bad. Like, I think this was direct result from putting this, whatever, I'll have to find it. And we got this out of the box. It does come with this kind of heavier cord. Looks like there's your water topper device. So it looks like this is the water level window, and I'm only down to here. So let's add a little bit more. As you can see, this LED has illuminated. We're going to turn it to cotton. So I want, out of the 6 or 7 dots, we'll go with the second to the last highest. Went with the premium. Yeah. All right, don't judge me for my messy house. I really don't care. I have a 2-year-old. And it looks like you don't really need to use these buttons. If it's on this logo, I think it's gonna just steam automatically. All right, well, let's try it again. This is a brand new shirt. I'm gonna back off the steam. Let's see what happens with these lines. I mean, these should just be vanishing. I guess that's okay. But really, I shouldn't see any of these lines. And there should be no water. You see that? There shouldn't be no water escaping from this iron. All right, now what we're going to try to do is turn off the steaming. No steam. I've moved this all the way to no steam. Let's see what happens. This is why I'm going to start taking my shirt. There's a service in our town that you can hang them outside on a hook in a bag, and they'll pick them up, iron them, wash them, iron them, and drop them off to you. See, no difference. I'm not sure why you need the boost of steam, the blast, and I don't know why you need this little splash out of water thing. What are you doing? Sweetie. See, we're starting. Hey, look what you did. No. No, you broke that. No. Sweetie, Mommy got that for Daddy. Our toddler, you can tell I like the brand, right? We'll have to fix this and get it back on the wall. All right. Did you poop? Do you need a diaper? All right, well, on this shirt, it's definitely working fine. But I'm gonna save the box, and we're gonna run that other one through the washer and see what happens. All right, so this has been washed, and you can see those lines are gone. If I were to meet Pete Buttigieg in person, I would look so sharp. So this is the Chi, very excellent iron. It's about $70. It might have been 80, but got all your controls in there. The steam blast, and then the water. Someone will have to leave in the comments why you would want this little nozzle to. It's stunningly nicely ironed. That's great. These are old ads Sarah got for me. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later. Buy the iron. That's absolutely stunning. That's perfect. Hey, right here, look. What do you think about the new iron? Do you have your crayon? What color is that?
Green.
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah, that's right. Yellow. Say, mwah. Say, I have the best dressed daddy.
Yay.
All right. Bye-bye.
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 Hi, this is Michael, and this is a review of the Chi 1700 watt steam iron. It's got a fairly comfortable grip. It doesn't feel overly heavy to me. It does have a 16-ounce water reservoir, which is pretty good. You have to fill this flat down like this, though you can't fill it standing up, and they do not include a filling cup with this iron, which seems a little strange and kind of an oversight. But the cap here, the lid to the filling hole, seems okay, although I think if you were to drop the iron or if this were to get hit, it could break these plastic hinges pretty easily. So I'm not so sure this is the best designed lid or not. You've got two buttons on the top. One is for the spray, and it's kind of a nice mist spray, and then you have the burst of steam button. And you can usually get about 5 or 6 bursts of steam here before it just peters out. So I'd say that is a pretty good feature. The Soleplate here is nice and smooth. It glides pretty easily. A lot of holes there too, so you get good steam distribution. This will automatically shut off, but it takes a whole minute for that to happen, which I think is a little too much time. I feel a lot better if this were to shut off maybe in 30 seconds or so, which is a couple of my other irons do. When you put it on the rest plate, though, it'll stay on for a full 30 minutes. So that's going to make some people very happy that you don't have to wait for the iron to heat up. As far as it heating up, it does heat up fairly quickly, but you don't really get an audible tone. There's a subtle click that you hear when it reaches temperature, but otherwise there's no indication that you're at the temperature that you want. And there's a light down at the bottom here that shows that it's plugged in, but it doesn't change color to show that you're at temperature or anything like that. It does have a self-cleaning button here, and the instructions tell you how to use that. It seems to work pretty well. Basically, it just runs a whole lot of steam through it, and a lot of water comes out and drips out when you're using that. But that'll clean the holes and hopefully keep it from collecting lots of deposits. So I just use tap water in this, and we've got pretty good water here, so I don't have to worry about that. The temperature dial is right in the middle under the handle. I guess it's a pretty good location for it. Some irons, my thumb accidentally spins the dial while I'm ironing, which I don't like, so that doesn't happen with this. And then the steam, there's a little lever here that goes side to side. It's pretty easy to operate. It doesn't look like the most durable thing. I mean, it's plastic. It is somewhat protected, but I don't know, it just feels a little cheesy to me, actually. But overall, it's a decent iron. The cord is a good heavy-duty cord, and it's long. It's about 10 feet long, so that's good. And other than the fact that it doesn't shut off too quickly when you set it straight down, it's a minute, like I said. I'd prefer if it was less time. Overall, it's a pretty decent iron, I think. So if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.
So here's my iron. I just got it a couple of days ago. I wanted to show why I love this iron. But the first thing I wanted to show is see how my hand grips this iron. I have really big hands for a woman. I have to take a size small in men's gloves. There were some comments about people with larger hands hitting the controls. This just gives you an idea of what it looks like in case your hands are really, really huge. Otherwise, normal size hands are not going to hit those controls while you're ironing. My favorite thing about this iron is that I sew a lot, and I tend to steam my fingers on my left hand when I'm holding fabric really closely to get into some tight spots. I can turn the steam off on this and right back on again without taking my hand off the iron. I have not steamed my fingers once since I got this brand new iron. I only give it 4 stars simply because I really don't like the Soleplate. I can live with it, but I really do like the shiny stainless steel Soleplates better. They glide a little more smoothly over fabric than this one does, but this one was worth every penny I paid for it.
Well, this is a great iron for a while. We really liked it, except for after a while, the coating starts coming off, unfortunately. You can see it flaking off onto your clothes as you're ironing.
El sector para compararlo con su compañero de equipo, dando Norris. Están los 10 autos en la pista en este momento. Va a terminar el segundo sector, Verstappen 45.0, 0.94. Tiene hasta la segunda parte del circuito.